Good morning or afternoon or night or whatever it is for you in whatever country you're in or whatever. That's not the point. The point is we have something incredibly important to discuss, and that, my friends, is aggression. That's right, aggression. And no, I'm not talking about the aggression like, oh wow, that guy is really angry.
Why are you closed? Tell us why you're closed! It's just a spectacle to you. Then why don't you go fuck off with your cameras?
I hope he doesn't take his aggression out on me. We're talking about the card in Paladins called Aggression. You know, the one that everybody seems to like to buy at the very beginning because everybody's gotta do more damage, right? Because fuck getting Wrecker, because, I mean, who cares about Wrecker? You just do more damage to shields. I want to do more damage to people. And I mean, fuck getting Cauterized, because who cares? It doesn't let me do more damage. It just lets me reduce their healing. That's stupid. That's pointless. Nobody's ever going to use that. Don't even get me started about the people that don't buy Bulldozer when there's a damn gnome thing with a giant nose on the other team sitting on the front line just destroying everybody because nobody can seem to focus the turrets. Why? Oh yeah, because they bought aggression. Alright, let's go ahead and break it down with some facts. I hope you guys enjoy some math. Alright, so for our first example, we're going to use everybody's favorite Cassie. As you can see, her standard basic auto attack does 700 damage. Now, if we are going to use aggression at stage 1, which gives you a 5% damage increase in order to find out exactly how much more damage your auto attacks are going to do, because that's what aggression scales. It scales your basic attacks. It doesn't scale all of your abilities as well. So if we take hers, which is, we're going to use stock numbers, base numbers here. So you take 700 and you multiply that by 0.05 because it gives you a 5% increase. Alright, so 0.05 is the number that you're going to multiply the base damage by. The number that you end up with is 35. So every single basic attack is going to do an additional 35 damage. Now, the lowest health opponent in the game is Evie. She has 1800 health. So we take 1800, we divide that by 735 because that's how much damage your new autos are going to do, and you get 2.44. So it's going to take you 2.44 auto attacks to kill her. Exact numbers. So in turn, it's going to take you 3 autos because you don't round down because that means she has remaining health still since it takes 2.44. So you have to round up. So it's going to take you 3 autos in order to kill Evie, who is the lowest health opponent. So if we take away that additional massive whopping 35 damage that you get added onto your autos, and you just take 1800, the amount of health Evie has, and you divide it by 700, what number do you get? So remember, we're at 2.44. The new number that you get, 2.57. So it's still going to take you 3 auto attacks to kill Evie, the lowest health opponent in the game. So why the fuck are you buying aggression? You're not really doing anything with it. Now here's what just blows my mind, absolutely blows my mind. So aggression costs you all 400 of your credits at the beginning of the game, all 400. If somebody buys Haven, which most people do, gives you 10% direct damage decrease, which is what autos are. They are direct damage for somebody like Cassie, because it's only going to hit one person, so it's direct damage to that individual. So if you take 10%, which is what Haven offers for damage reduction, you take her auto, which does 700 per auto. You multiply that by 0.1, because what is 10%? It's 1/10 of 100. So you multiply 700 by 0.1 to find out how much damage reduction it's going to give you. It's going to reduce 70 damage, okay? That should make sense. So if 5% damage increase was 35, 10% damage reduction is going to be 70. 35 times 2 because it's doubling the amount of protection it gives you as opposed to the amount of damage that you get in addition. So if somebody buys Haven and you're shooting them with your wonderful god tier aggression card, you're doing 735 damage. The person on the other end is taking the 735, they are reducing the additional damage, so they're taking that 35 away, and they are reducing it by an additional 35 damage. So you buying aggression was not only countered, but it was even reduced further. So why the hell do people find it so important to buy aggression? It is literally countered 110% by Haven. Obviously, people are going to argue and say, well, it's not your job to sit there and hit the squishies. That's what the flanker should be doing. The flanker should be focusing on the squishies. You focus on dealing as much damage to the tank as possible. Well, that's still a problem, because what do you think most tanks buy first item? Usually Haven or Blast Shield for damage reduction because they're sitting on the front line. And if you, as the DPS dealer, are flanking, then there's a problem, because that means your flankers aren't doing their job right, because that's literally what they do. They are flankers. They are meant to go around the front line and hit the squishy back line because they do so much fucking damage. Now, I don't want anybody to misunderstand exactly what I'm trying to say. There are times where aggression can be an alright pick. You know, if maybe reload speed's not an issue, they don't have a barrack, so bulldozer really wouldn't be all that important. Let's say you have a ruckus on your team and he ends up taking wrecker, and you know he's just gonna melt shields anyway because, well, let's be honest, it's ruckus. Sometimes that is the best option if they're not running like a double support comp, so it's just one healer and you've got somebody else that's already running cauterize and you're a DPS. Sure, it can be an alright card to choose. Now, I'm not saying it should be taken out of the game and it has no importance anywhere with anything, but what I'm trying to say is I hate getting into games where there's maybe one frontline, one support, and then we have like 3 DPS or, you know, 1 DPS and 2 flankers, and all three of them end up buying aggression. So now we have maybe, hopefully, somebody that has wrecker. Chances are they're probably going to buy Haven, let's just be honest. If you're frontline, you're probably going to buy Haven. But I'm so sick and tired of getting into teams where, like, everybody buys aggression, and that's the first card they buy. You can still get aggression. It's not, like, awful, but just stay away from buying it as your first card unless your team has everything covered. Somebody has cauterize, somebody has wrecker, somebody has bulldozer if it's necessary. Just make sure that if there's like 3 people that have aggression, you're not picking it up too. Because honestly, you're not really doing a whole lot of damage unless if all 3 of you are collectively hitting the exact same target at the exact same time. Then that's when it could kind of work out. But for the most part, just by buying Haven Stage 2, you completely negate aggression at its maximum stage. So aggression Stage 3 only gives you 15% damage reduction. Haven Stage 2 gives you 20%. So already Haven Stage 2 completely negates aggression Stage 3. Completely. So again, I'm not like saying, oh, they need to take this out of the game. But maybe they need to rework it, because honestly, it's pretty much useless at this point. Maybe what they should do instead is make it like a stacking card. So, I don't know, let's say you get like 3 eliminations or 3 kills or something. You get a stack of it, which will give you, let's say, like 10% damage increase. And for 3 stacks, or every 3 stacks, for kills, yeah, let's say kills, because eliminations, and let's say kills. So you get 3 kills, that means you have 3 stacks on your aggression. So let's say you get, I don't know, 10% at Stage 1, and that's the maximum you can do. Then you get Stage 2, and if you get another 3 kills, I don't know if we should say without dying, but maybe we can include like without dying, then that means you get another 10% damage increase. And then at stage 3 aggression, if you get another 3 kills without dying, then you get your third stack, giving you 30%. I feel like maybe that rework would be a little bit better, because at this point, Stage 2 Haven completely neutralizes aggression. Completely. Makes it useless. So if anybody's getting focused a lot, they notice they're getting focused a lot, and they buy Haven, your aggression card was a complete fucking waste of money. Absolute waste of money, and there was no reason for you to buy it anymore. I feel like they really need to rework aggression and make it a little bit better than it currently is right now. But if you guys disagree, hey, it's a free world out there. You can disagree all you want. You can call me an idiot and that I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. As you can tell, I have no idea how to play Drogos. I'm just playing a bot game for fun. There's some kind of background stuff going on, so you're not staring at a blank screen. But I feel like that would be a really important adjustment that they make, because again, as of right now, if you have Stage 2 Haven, aggression's completely out the window. You have completely neutralized somebody's aggression card, and in fact, you actually have an additional 5% damage reduction. So not only do you completely neutralize their aggression, but you also neutralize an additional 5% of their direct damage anyway. So either way, let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment below. Hit the like if you agree. Hit the dislike button if you disagree. I just had to vent, and I'm just tired of getting into games and I see like 3 or 4 people buy aggression and we lose. And then they wonder why they lost. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening or night or whatever it is for you. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another spoopy gameplay with yours truly.
That was a terrible intro, I'm sorry. Anyway, welcome to another scary game, because we are in the month of October, and today we're going to play